Hola and welcome back, Masters and Princesses. I hope you are doing wonderful today. I apologize for the small hiatus I took last week. Most of you know that I just wasn't feeling very well. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's just exhaustion from marching season or whatever, but it just was like whatever I was doing or whatever I ate was coming up and it was not a good time. So I just needed to take a moment to make sure I was okay before I taught my last week before Thanksgiving break. So here we are. I'm feeling much better. So don't worry, we're good. Back on the BAND-MAID train we go. So today I'm excited because we are checking out the last song on the Epic Narratives album. So it's a little bittersweet, but I'm excited to get through a full album finally. The first album I've ever finished now officially as a BAND-MAID fan is the Epic Narratives album. Who would have known? So I'm excited to jump in, but before I do, if you like the channel, please like and subscribe. If you want to check out more, there's some links down in the description below for my Discord as well as my Patreon. I believe today on Patreon we are checking out a BAND-MAID Prime video of the making of Forbidden Tale. So I'm excited to check that out. So anyway, let's just get to this. I'm so excited. What? Sorry, I'm a little too excited about this. Okay, it's gonna sound like I don't like Psyche singing or something, but that's not true. It's so far from reality. I love this band. I love every member as much as the other member, but like, I don't always expect there to be an instrumental. I just assume that every song is always gonna have lyrics. But they just decided, like, oh, let's just rip into a song. Yeah, okay. I'm cackling like a dummy because I just can't get over the fact that I didn't think I had no clue. I had no idea. So let's go back. We've got to talk about the things that we're hearing in Konami's guitar part, and of course the drum parts with like Akane ma'am, and then we were about to get into some bass just some pure mischief with Misa. I'm sorry, it's just okay, let's go back. I already like that intro because it's like triplets. We get that one lolly two lovely, one lolly two, da da da, and then yeah, it just immediately jumped into that feel. We get this little theme and then chromatic. No. So the crunchy guitar part. See, in there you hear all this. I love that you hear the do between Misa and Miku. And it's neat because like they're obviously accompanying, right? And like Akane's job, like, and I'll always say this, a percussionist's job is not accompaniment. It's like they're meant to be time and they're meant to keep like the whole thing together. They're the glue, right? So Akane is acting as glue right now, but like it's cool that Misa and Miku are that accompaniment that's doom 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 doom, and it's so crunchy in the back, but then you hear Konami's guitar part having her say like what she has to say. It's neat, and I want to go back so you can hear that. And now that halftime feel, that bass pedal, and then return of material, right? I feel like I'm being told a story. Okay, here we go, Misa. Don't hurt me now. No, I know something cool's coming. Look, what's cool about this right now is like no words in the song whatsoever, but the whole band is still telling a story. I just like, my favorite thing about the instrumentals is I can imagine, you know, Misa, Miku, Konami, and Akane just like deciding to do an instrumental, and I can imagine Psyche just like off to the side in a nice comfy chair with a teacup and a saucer, just sipping some tea and just kind of like, you know, smiling and encouraging the ladies along, because I can imagine that kind of energy, and she's just like proud of them. Like she's like, yeah, this is us, guys. This is us. And the title of the song, Get to the Top. This song plus everything they've done has been a grind, has been a rise to the top. But for them, it's like they made this album, and like I think that, and I feel like a lot of other people feel this way too. It's like they are great. They are amazing. And for us, it's like, what else can they do? Like for us, it feels like sometimes they hit the peak, and for us, that's the highest part. But for them, it's like they don't have the top. Like they believe there is no such thing as hitting the finish line. They are always gonna keep grinding for more and doing better. And I love that for them. I love that mindset, and I will always support bands that love that or do that kind of thing. Oh man, let's go back. Misa, ma'am. We gotta go further back. And then it's almost like jazzy, but it's still in that rock and roll kind of style with that doom ding doom with the slaps. It's just the way it sounds. And then Konami comes in with a little of an interjection, but you can still hear Misa underneath. And that's like double tones. And then this isn't return of material. It's new. Sorry for the Discord sounds. their voices in the background? Come on. Sorry for the Discord sounds. Hold on, let me mute that. This whole thing is not what I expected. It like turned from Konami speaking, Misa speaking, and then I thought Misa was gonna be done. It's like she was like, this is my few cents. And then Konami comes back in. We hear Miku underneath adding some rhythm guitar, and then all of a sudden we get this like lower, not necessarily lower energy, but lower, less orchestration and some more like backtracking kind of sounds that we've been hearing. That I love that Konami has like, she has a really good ear for that backtracking compositional style. So yeah, here we go. Yeah, that underneath stuff I'm assuming is Miko, that do no 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 no, which I really like. It's simple, but it's like, it's crunchy and I like it. And then all of a sudden Misa comes back in. And then Misa's like, I'm not done yet. Yeah, baby. Climbing up. Starts to climb back down. And then this. I love this. A change in orchestration, but then there's vocals in the background. Instrumental in unison. We're kind of changing it up. Woo! There was return of material, but then she embellished it. And I love when people embellish things. So it's that's very Baroque / classical of her. If you want to talk about like music history and like stuff for a little bit, I won't drag on about it. Improvisation. It actually started back in the Renaissance, Baroque, and classical era, where composers would write music. And a lot of the times they would write repeats for sections. And then, you know, if you play the same thing twice, it can get kind of boring. And I think that's where a lot of pop music fails us, right? But Konami, being a classically trained musician, has learned that, hey, if I take this theme and then just embellish it a little bit more, it makes it more interesting. She's done that every single time with the return of material, especially in the ending. And I just want to show you one more time. I know it's little. It's not a lot, but it's enough for me to be like, oh, that's different. Because like this whole, like it's mostly her soloing, but there's snippets of what she's done before. I love the vocals in the background. And then yeah, see a solo line, but then and then return of material, and then yeah, there's a very small amount of additions to some of these sections that creates just a little more to listen to each time. It's just getting a little extra helping. Speaking of Thanksgiving holidays, by the way, I'm recording this while I'm on my Thanksgiving break. And yeah, so that's why my brain's thinking about that. So this is so cool. I did not expect an instrumental. I feel like this warrants a video. Ladies, come on. I know you're busy. Ladies, and especially with starting Made It Inc. or Made It Limited. I'm dumb, guys. I cannot remember which one it is, but I know you've literally made it. So it's time to make more, baby. Oh man, I'm glad that this was the last song. I'm glad I didn't get to it sooner. This is a great way to like put a nice bow on the end of this. Yay! I hope you guys had a good time as much as I did. Okay, that one was definitely worth waiting until I felt better, because I thought about recording while I wasn't feeling so hot, but I was like sitting here literally eating saltines and sipping on Gatorade. So I was like, nah, I need the energy, and I'm glad I had it. Oh man. I still have plenty more BAND-MAID where that came from. I haven't gotten through everything yet, and I still feel like I have yet to scratch the surface. As usual, let's continue the conversation about music. What do you think about Get to the Top? What do you think about the instrumental, the surprise instrumental? Or maybe I'm the one who just thinks it's a surprise. But what do you think about it? What do you think about the conversation that's happening in the music? What do you think about the addition of some little musical nuggets here and there, and the way it kind of changes the time, the way it feels from double to halftime, and the Misa's bass interjection with Kanami's solo, Miku chucking along with her like crunchy guitar feel and sound. Like, let me know what you think down below. And as usual, before I sign off, if you like the channel, please like and subscribe. If you want to check out more, there's some links down in the description below for my Discord as well as my Patreon. Today we're checking out the Forbidden Tale making of the music video on Patreon, so if you want to go check that out, that'll be there. And as usual, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next BAND-MAID Sunday. Peace out.